Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ron the freaking Don. Now, today, I wanted to speak about the government shutdown as people appear to have more anxiety about the shutdown because it is November 3rd, which is the date that the food stamps are supposed to cut off if the Congress and the federal government don't come to an agreement. But guess what? I have news for everybody. I'm not going to say it's great news, but it's decent news. The judges, the federal judges, and the Supreme Court federal judges from Rhode Island and Massachusetts has ordered the Trump administration to use contingency funds from the Department of Agriculture in order to fund SNAP as an emergency declaration. However, those contingency funds was supposed to be used for emergencies such as natural disasters like Hurricane Marissa. It could have been used for incidents like that, and Hurricane Sandy, Hurricane Katrina for natural disasters. So that's why people were wondering that Donald Trump didn't want to use the funds to fund SNAP. He didn't want to allocate no money to fund SNAP. A lot of leftists make that argument, but Donald Trump could not use the contingency funds to fund SNAP because those contingency funds in the federal government was allocated to fund natural disasters such as Hurricane Sandy, Katrina, and natural disasters. That's why he wasn't able to utilize those funds. However, the judges ordered him to do so, so he's going to allocate $4 billion from the Department of Agriculture to utilize for SNAP benefits. And for once, I actually agree. For once in a while, I actually agree with the Democrats' decision. But yes, is everybody that this whole government shutdown has caused a lot of anxiety. You have people, especially the welfare queens, on TikTok and social media influence, claiming how they're going to start robbing and looting the stores. Now, I'm gonna ask, how ignorant is that? How stupid is that? Because you just pretty much admitted to committing a crime that now is premeditated. So if y'all would have just done the smart thing and went ahead and do it, now I'm not suggesting that y'all do it, that y'all go rob a store and put yourselves in prison. However, if you was going to do it, I think it would have been smart to not make an announcement on your social media, because now law enforcement is going to utilize that evidence. Law enforcement, by the way, they do be having fake profiles on social media. Law enforcement do create fake profiles on social media to go undercover to spy on American citizens. I don't agree with it, but that's just the reality of it. So now you're making announcements on TikTok and social media as an admitting to the fact that you're going to rob a store. The evidence is there now. The evidence is on your social media account. The law enforcement don't even have to work hard. They don't even have to. They don't even have to do their job to solve the crime, because you just admitted to it. So that you just saved them a bunch of work. you just saved them a hassle. But nah, but all jokes aside, I feel sorry for anyone who cannot provide for themselves, for the food stamps, people who rely on the food stamps. I'm not I'm not trying to make fun of anyone's luck, anyone who's down on their luck or whatnot. However, like what I wanted to criticize is the attitude. It's not the fact that you're poor and that you need welfare and food stamps. No, I'm not criticizing that. I'm criticizing the attitudes that some people have, saying, "Yo," like they have that entitlement attitude, saying, "Yo, I'm gonna go rob a store. I ain't gonna let my kids go hungry." The welfare queens, like you. Number one, you revealing your business on social media. That's not plausible. Like that's not plausible. Just you admitting your business on social media. Like I said, I don't. There's nothing wrong with anybody being on food stamps or some type of public assistance. It's the attitude that comes with it, though. It's the entitlement attitude that comes with it. It's the bougie, glammed up attitude that comes with it. It's that love and hip hop reality show attitude that comes with it that I would like to criticize. It's the welfare queens. Now, ever since 1965, I know it's a common talking point among conservatives, but since Lyndon B. Johnson passed, the former president of the United States during the 1960s passed the Great Society program that had a provision that states that in order to receive government assistance or welfare, you have to be single with children. So now a lot of women now you see a lot of single baby mothers right now currently that's receiving public assistance since then. They say that the rate of single motherhood in the black community is around 70% at this time. When at that time, compared to that time period where the single motherhood was a lot lower in the black community. So what has went wrong? But like I said, I'm not here to criticize anyone on it. I'm criticizing the attitudes. And now everyone's in a state of panic, and they want to blame Trump for everything just because the Republicans have the majority or they're in power. But the Democrats are the ones who don't want to sign on to the Clean CR. Now, the Clean CR, which is the continuing resolution, has went to the Senate floor more like around 12, 13 times. And the Democrats refused to sign that bill so they could reopen the government. So they can temporarily reopen the government. And Democrats claim that it's over subsidies for the Obamacare funding subsidies from the pandemic. Now, there's a lot of arguments to it, whether those subsidies are necessary or not. However, the Republicans say that they want these subsidies for illegal immigrants. And illegal immigrants, and the Democrats like to deny the fact that illegal immigrants is using our welfare system. They deny it when the stats from Newsmax says different. So that's a contradiction. It's because Medicaid, the illegal immigrants do use Medicaid when they go to the hospital for emergency rooms, for emergency operations when they get injured. There is a lot of immigration exemptions within the immigration law, like that say that enables them eligible for funding, that enables them eligibility for funding. Like if you're claiming asylum or a refugee or temporary protective status, or your children of victims of child traffic, children of human trafficking, they are all eligible for to receive benefits. But yet Democrats claim that illegal immigrants don't receive any benefits. But those exemptions within the immigration law and within the welfare reform law back from 1996 that passed under Bill Clinton clearly states those exemptions that enables immigrants to receive funding from the federal government for benefits, public assistance benefits from the federal government. So, but anyway, it's the Democrats. The Democrats are the ones who refuse to sign on to the continuing resolution, so they could fund the government and open back up the government. So it is not Trump's fault. This is on this incident. It is the Democrats' fault for refusing to sign the Clean CR, because the Clean CR has went to the Senate floor 12 times, and Democrats refuse to sign, and they have a filibuster. They enacted a filibuster, and Donald Trump is trying to invoke the nuclear option that people in his party are against. But it shows how much of an effort Trump is trying to put in to reopen the government. But yet, everybody claims it's his fault. But anyway, that concludes my analysis of the situation, and I will catch y'all in my next video. You like this video? Hit like, subscribe, leave a comment. I will catch y'all in my next video. Peace.